Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and the Rove continues with Germany's coast and the Rhine bush trip leg 22, Bremgarten to Konstanz in amidst some kind of Xbox Live outage, so who knows what's going to happen, let's see. Alright programs, this'll do. Let's get onto the runway and get into the sky. As mentioned, there is some kind of Xbox Live outage. It took forever to log in, but once I logged in, it seems to be connected, but it was giving me weird errors. And frankly, the game's running really smoothly, so I suspect it's not downloading anything. It's just sort of the base textures and everything, so it might be a bit of a weird look to the game today. And there might be some stutters as it tries to talk to the servers. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? Anything could happen. 181 for 8 minutes 56, border triangle. Lift into the sky and follow the Rhine and the Autobahn 5, which parallels the river in this section to the south. Gain a visual on where the river turns towards the southeast. The juncture of the international borders of Germany, Switzerland and France is located just north of this turn in the river. Alrighty then, this will basically be it. Look, we actually got our photogrammetry, which I think is a downloaded thing, so perhaps the servers are actually working. It doesn't look too bad. I've had default textures before, which it basically looks like Microsoft Flight Simulator 95 or something like that. Anyway, this is the border between Germany, France and Switzerland. Technically, yeah, this bridge here is about to swap into Switzerland. France is on the right at the moment, Germany on the left, and all in front of us is Switzerland. And in fact, our next waypoint, 155 for 1 minute 30, Basel. Follow the river as it passes into Switzerland and visit the city of Basel, considered by many the cultural capital of the country. Basel offers almost 40 museums, including some of the finest publicly viewable art collections in the world. Founded in 1460, the University of Basel is the oldest in Switzerland and one of the oldest in Europe. Over the centuries, Erasmus of Rotterdam, Paracelsus, Daniel Bernoulli, Leonhard Euler, Friedrich Nietzsche, Karl Jaspers, and Nobel Prize winner Thaddeus Richstein and the philosopher Jean Hirsch, among others, have taught and researched at the university. Well, this is it, we're already here. Might as well keep looking around. Got some interesting buildings below us there. Some kind of new skyscraper that almost looks like it's being built. Brilliant. I don't know much about Basel. Of course, you know, apart from putting it in my salads and stuff, I allow Basel. Basel? Train line, train station over there, football stadion in front of us. In fact, a couple of stadions it looks like, and some extra fields out the back. Basel, man, Basel. This must be Basel FC's home ground, if that is such a thing. Anyway, oh, bit of stuttering, servers. 78 degrees for 314, Rheinfelden. Follow the Rhine to the east from Basel to reach neighbouring international towns, both named Rheinfelden. As a result of the demarcation of the border after the Peace of Luneville and Pressburg in 1801 and 1805 respectively, the Rhine became the border between Baden and Switzerland. The town was divided and both developed independently, as one as a German town on the north bank of the Rhine, and one is a Swiss town on the south bank of the Rhine. The Rhine is called the High Rhine in the section between Basel and Lake Konstanz. And there you have it, Rheinfelden on the left, a German town, and Rheinfelden on the right, a Swiss town with a golf course. The German town has the football, the Swiss have the golf. Bravo, and this boat that we can see in the Rhine is basically being half German, half Swiss right now. How about that? Look at this. Very cool. They've got a bridge. That would be a, well, there'd be a border crossing there probably. Maybe not these days because of the euro, but back in the day, yeah, guck. That would have been a hotly contested border. Possibly. 91 degrees for 255. Bad, Sackingen. Bad. Traverse the southern edge of the Black Forest on the eastward journey along the Rhine to reach Bad Sackingen. The German town is known as the Town of the Trumpeter, as the writer Joseph Victor von Scheffel was inspired by the location to write the novel The Trumpeter von Sackingen, The Trumpeter of Sackingen. Here we go, Bad Sackingen. Very industrial on this side of town, a bunch of little houses up into the hills, that's cool. And I think, are we still on the border? It's still the border perhaps? Looks to me like the Swiss side's all farms. Very interesting. Imagine living that close to another country. I mean, you're basically the same people. I'm sure this is where they speak German, in Switzerland, so might as well just be part of Germany, surely. It does boggle my mind that Switzerland and Belgium and whatnot don't just split up into where they speak the language. You know, like the French part of Belgium should just be part of France. I mean, the French people speaking French. It's just weird. 87 degrees for 1154, Buschberg. Follow the Rhine to the east as it meanders through the landscape and defines the border between Germany and Switzerland. Pass over Buschberg, located where the river makes a hairpin turn to the north-northeast at its confluence with the river Toss. Well, apparently Buschberg is here somewhere, but it's not on the Google map, I can tell you that much. Maybe I'm not zoomed in enough. I'm zoomed in quite a bit, but let's just do one quick zoom. Is there a Busch? Nope. Nope, don't know. Anyway, Pepero wants us to move on. 15 degrees for 346. Rhine Volts. North of Buschberg, the Rhine takes a series of sharp turns. Pass over this section to reach Rhine Falls, the most powerful waterfall in Europe. I'll tell you what, they weren't kidding when they said that the river takes some dramatic, sharp turns. It definitely does. How does that work? Why do rivers you'd think that essentially over time they just end up being pretty straight. They would erode everything. Anyway, that must be the waterfall over there on the left. Apparently the most powerful waterfall in Europe. Europe needs to do some catching up. That ain't no Niagara, or what's the one in Africa? Kingston Falls, something like that. I don't remember. 94 degrees for 4 minutes 50. Stein on the Rhine. Follow the ride to the east after the Rhine falls towards Untersee, lower Lake Konstanz. Pass over Stein on the Rhine, at Laun. It's a good old Laun tocated, a town located where the High Rhine meets the western edge of lower Lake Konstanz. The town is known for its well-preserved medieval houses. Stein on the Rhine, flying in the sky. Here it is, Stein on the Rhine. Let's have a Stein. In a pub, in Stein on the Rhine. That would be very nice, very picturesque, very relaxing. Little bridge, I like little bridges. Joining the two sides of the town, and you know, that old town does look pretty cool. Very nice. Oh, very pretty. Alright, a couple hours should have moved on by now. We're actually now past the town. So I'm going to head 80 degrees, there we go. For 521, Konstanz. I can't stand this place. Traverse the southern shore of lower Lake Konstanz and land at Germany's Konstanz airport. The airfield lies to the north of Rhine, a short part of the Rhine that connects Obersee, upper Lake Konstanz, with the lower Lake Konstanz. Alright, here we are, Konstanz, big town, never heard of it. And of course, green grass, a runway in a green field. Fortunately, the picture showed me it was next to the road, and of course my Google map told me that as well. Otherwise, this would have been pretty invisible, I think. What a weird spot for a one-way. Release Wadja. Now, am I landing on the right bit, the middle bit, the left bit? I think it's this middle bit, right? On a little bit left. No, where are we? Trees, watch out for the trees, as always. Must be this middle bit. Looks like they perhaps move it sometimes. Maybe they let the grass grow out. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe there's an errant goat. Boom! I think that's the penultimate leg of the German coast and Rhine bush trip. We finish it all off finally tomorrow, I think. I hope. And I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir. Goodbye.